Hello, I'm Thomas Schreiner, and welcome to Farming Outside the Box. When I was growing up, we used to always go hunting every year on a farmer's farm, and every year I would always look at his barn and everything, and I couldn't believe how junked up it was, how messy it was, and everything was disorganized and it just looked horrible. And then, lo and behold, eventually my wife and I, we buy a farm, and things kind of grew super fast. We started with pretty much nothing, just a few chickens, and then within a year we were selling thousands of eggs a year, and we had gone from 3 pigs to just the other week we had 30 some pigs up here, and then we had cows and goats, and everything just blew up and went so fast that it was hard for us to keep up with it. And then our shop, which is where we do everything, we have we build stuff in the shop, we have stuff in there that we take care of the animals with. It's kind of the hub of the farm. It just turned into a horrible, disorganized mess. So much so that I'm a little embarrassed to even show you the video that's coming next and what it looked like. But it looked horrible, and we became overwhelmed, and then really were pretty miserable and were thinking about quitting farming. And then we started to try to make small daily improvements. But first, let me show you what the shop looked like and how bad things were. All right, here is the before picture of the shop. It's an absolute disaster, nightmare, so much so that I didn't even want to film this, but I'm going to make myself film how bad this is, because it is pure chaos, mess everywhere. We're always so busy, it's hard to get in here and do anything, but we're going to start trying to make small improvements each day, and eventually we'll get it taken care of. But it's a mess, and we have already started in 2 places at the time of making this video. The first is that rack over there. That's actually nice, and stuff's on it and labeled. And then the second is where the horses, harnesses, and lead ropes are. That is up and labeled. But other than that, absolute disgraceful mess. So looking forward to seeing what we can do over the long run to clean it all up. Okay, so as you can see, that just looked horrible. And like I said, we almost just kind of quit and said, "Fooey with it." But just made up my mind to do small improvements every day. And so there are days we're busy. I work a full-time job. She's a full-time mom. She homeschools. Our kids do all sorts of activities. They're busy. And, so it's hard to do improvements sometimes. But I made up my mind that I was just going to do an improvement every single day. And some days was so busy, I didn't have time to hardly do anything. But I would make myself go out to the shop and pick up 1 screwdriver and go put it up. And some days I would go out there and I would print 1 label. And that's all I would do is put 1 label down. But then over time, it just got better and better and better. And the next thing you know, you could actually see things improving. And there were some days I obviously spent more than just 1 label doing things. But there were plenty of days where, hey, that's all I could do is 1 label. But after time, all those small improvements, they add up. It's a powerful thing that you can't even really fathom. It just takes off, and it builds upon itself day after day after day. And then eventually you look back and you're amazed. Now, I'm going to show you the improvement video. And don't get me wrong, the thing about making things better and organizing things and leaning things out is you just realize how bad it is, and it still looks horrible in my mind, and there's still lots of things that need improvement. But compared to where it was, it's light years better than it was, and it was all done by just making really small improvements every single day. So check it out. Okay, this is still a work in progress, but I figured I'd go ahead and show you so far. You can see that now we can actually get the Mustang in here. Still have the lawnmowers in here, still have the four-wheeler in here, a lot more space, and we'll go over some of the tool organization here in just a minute, but just a lot more room in general in what we've done so far. Okay, so we've got all of these tools right beside the door because we use these tools more than any other tools on the farm. So point of view is quickest to get to. You just have to open the door, grab the tool, and go. So that works out well. These shelves now are all organized, and it may be hard to see, but they've got labels on them, or either up on the shelf they've got labels on them, and they're broken out by different things like stuff going fences and waterers. Got the generators closest to the door if we were to need them. We still have right here this big pile of junk. It's basically a red tag area, if you will, sorting through that, so we still got some work to do there. And then over here is where we used to keep all of the stuff for the horses. And then you can see here in the floor, there's a bunch of stuff, and that looks junky, but it's actually, we're transitioning again, making further improvements. My wife's moving it to a better place. So in this cabinet, we keep all of the medicine, and you can see everything is labeled. So everything's got a place, okay? Some of the stuff that's missing here is, again, being moved to the new place. So it's easy to see that it's missing, but we're finding a better place for it. And this is coming real handy when you're not trying to search around for something with an animal that's sick. You can come in and lay your hands on it right away. It's worked out real well. We even freed up so much space. My son's got an area. He's a gearhead. He likes taking things apart. So I gave him a little spot back in the shop for all his tools, and he has fun working back there. And got a place for the couple of projects that we're currently working on. And then got all of our tools back here. All the tools are up, easy to get to, and you can see they're all labeled. So easy to find, and my kids can come find them. You know, still got a lot of work to do right here. Like I said, this is a never-ending process, but still way better than it was. Same with these shelves. Came in, organized all these shelves, got the labels on them, and you know, still working on that. Eventually, we'll make that even better, but really just kind of finally getting everything out of the way so you can see where all the waste is, and then continue to make improvements. Got a plumbing shelf over there, so it's coming along. Still got a long ways to go, but boy, does it look nice to be able to look over there and see a car instead of a bunch of junk. And you can actually get around and move in here and work and get some things accomplished, and you're not always looking for the tool that you need you know, while something's waiting out there on the farm to get done. It's really changed the way the farm runs. So don't ever underestimate how powerful that small little change can be, especially if you start making them every single day. And if you're super busy, you're overwhelmed, you just feel like, hey, I don't know how I'm going to have time to make anything better. You can do something. You can do such a small improvement. It'll make you feel better. And then once you do about 30 of those, you'll be surprised at where you're at. So don't give up and keep trying to make improvements every day. Thanks for watching another short clip of Farming Outside the Box.